Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Deuce and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your puppy's ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction, and the only correction that's given at school is a quick tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Deuce is going to come home with his very own training equipment. You're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, Deuce is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Deuce heel, and at this point Deuce has a job to do, and that is to walk next to your left leg nicely without dragging you, without forging ahead, but walking like a gentleman next to your left leg. And when you stop, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're out walking with him, make sure that his shoulders are not passing your left leg, and that when you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, that he's sitting nicely at your left to wait for his next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use his name. The long sit-stay, you're going to start out at about 30 seconds, and you're going to work up about 5 seconds a day to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him, returning all the way back to where they started. And Deuce was a good boy and stayed seated until Rich returned back to heel position. So everything starts and stops at that heel position. Beautiful fall lighting back here this afternoon with the shadows, and his color and everything is so pretty. Heeling very nicely. Automatic sit. Stay. Rich leaves him again. You're going to walk out to the end of your leash and turn to face the dog. You're going to practice indoors as well as outdoors. This time, instead of returning back to Deuce, Rich is going to call him, and this is your come on command. Now you say, Deuce, come. You bring him in. He sits nicely instead of coming in and jumping wildly. And then go back to heeling. So remember that everything starts and stops at that heel position. Now, I mean, he's going through a really tough growth spurt developmentally, so he's not as coordinated as an adult German Shepherd would be, nor is he as precise, but you can see he clearly understands these commands. And again, Rich is going to call him in. He has him sit right in front. And then he goes back to heel. And if you can hear Rich talking, he's giving him commands, and then also he's saying good boy, and he's talking, keeping him motivated, keeping him focused. It's all about self-control, maturity, the ability to pay attention, and developing an attention span, which is basically what we're doing. Now, the next exercise that we're going to be demonstrating for you is going to be your down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, you're going to use your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down and stay. And again, this is a command to practice indoors as well as outdoors. Your long down stay, you're going to start out at about 45 seconds, and you're going to work all the way up to 5 minutes. So you have homework to do. When Rich returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him, returning all the way back around to heel position, and then he expects to get another command, and you hear Rich say, good boy. So it's not over the top, it's not, yay, you know, we don't want him to get overstimulated. Everything, again, is about that self-control, even being able to handle praise like a gentleman. Rich is going to demonstrate this down from a heel position again, very nice. And Deuce is not an easy puppy. He's got a mind of his own. He is very energetic, extremely playful, and can be fresh. So we want this to be successful for you. So the way to get that is to practice. This time Rich is going to call him out of that downstay. Very good. He's talking to him, coaching him along the whole way. And he didn't sit. Rich said no sit. And he knows what that means. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is going to be your down from a distance. So you're going to have your dog seated. You're going to leave him in a sit stay, and you're going to turn to face him. And as you get more practice with this, you're going to be able to lengthen out your distance, but I'm going to say like 2 feet. Rich gives him the down with his right hand. This is your down from a distance. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Deuce's formal on-leash obedience commands. Practice is the name of the game with this. He's developmentally becoming adolescent, and you want to keep all of this training going. You want him to be a very nice, controllable adult German Shepherd. We have enjoyed having him. We want you to call us with any questions or to make an appointment for a lesson. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.